let's see if we can't get this back over to the main feed. VTube Studio? Hang on. There we go. Salam. How you doing? Before I begin, I just need to take some pills. And if you hear anything that sounds like sizzling, that's not my computer this time. I just fixed a plate. I need to not have my meds on an empty stomach. You woke up a few hours ago. Hopefully that means you're caught up on your sleep. Seemed like you were painfully lacking previously. Although I take some fault in that. Streaming at unwieldy hours. And it might get unwieldier. And I'm going to put one of my arm braces on first. Do you like Velcro ASMR? My levels don't, but it only went to yellow, not red. How dare I indeed. Okay, pills will probably take an hour to kick in. But that'll take some of the edge off. And a plate with a mix of 2 types of sausage and 3 colors of pepper, that won't hurt either. Mild peppers, unfortunately. I didn't have any good jalapenos to put into this. Some chicken sausage, some pork sausage, and... Hold up, okay. Allow me to mute and take a bite. I want a piece of these sausages. No, in fact, I want 2. Ooh, that's a good spice blend. I'm gonna need that. And I'm gonna need that. There we go. Alrighty. We'll make sure we invite the vampire back in, and then maybe we can get a start on. So you're back. Yeah, you were asking how I'm doing. I slept terribly last night. I went to bed early. I set alarms. As soon as I got the alarms up, I went to the bathroom. I hugged the toilet. I don't need to give you all the gross details, but suffice it to say, I held on to precious little. That's why I have room for this nice big bowl of sausage. And then I crashed and went back to bed for another, 3 hours. So, I gotta get used to those alarms for tomorrow, though, because I have a doctor's appointment, and it took me weeks to get it. And this might set up something where I have to consistently go in for treatment, at least for a month. We'll see. But yeah, sparing you the I better not oversleep. I adhere to my alarms. The problem is, if I make myself sick in the morning, I have an also more than 0% chance of falling back asleep. Because I'm exhausted. Don't be mad right now. Why? What did you do? I already got repo yesterday. Did you make a bonk function for me or something? Because you wanted to smack me with a bat.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?
Oh, god damn it. You just had to bring out the Belf Himbo lines. Okay. Well, I'm sure Loki's going to appreciate that, and I'm also equally appreciative. Thank you very much. Uh, that said, I'm still frustrated, and I'm going to sass you over it, but you shouldn't waste your money like that. You got it for Loki, so don't be mad. You said you'd already gotten me as much as you were willing to yesterday, and you're wasting more of your money. Don't waste your money on me. I'm fine. I'm alive. Close enough, at least. I won't be mad. You were too tired to put Loki in the thing yesterday, so there you go. And that also brings us halfway to our sub goal. I think the first sub goal is going to be 10. I didn't change that. That's just the default. Oh, you got a 130 today, so you take back the money thing. Oh. Should I say this? I probably shouldn't say this. I'm going to say this. I'm realizing now just how little I can get by on because I need to replace the boot drive on my recording PC because I keep getting that issue with Monster Hunter Wilds, and it seems to be carrying over into Krita and OBS, where it's populating with junk data. It might be the drive is faulty. I've had this NVMe drive for a bit. You can see my Steam wish list. That's not a good wish list, by the way. I use that as a bookmark page for games I want to look up later. So, you be careful with that. I'd say maybe 10% of that is games I actually know I want. Most of that is just, I don't have enough bookmark tabs for Google. You saw one good one? Okay. I would hope there's at least two. Might? You saw that. You, rain delay that thought. How about that? Alright. So, one more bite. I'll try to be more stealthy about this as we're watching different trailers, so... If I seem particularly awestruck, just imagine I'm still, you know, amazed by the footage, but also this spice palette. I can't stop you? Do you remember who has to accept or decline the gift? I can remind you of your being overly generous. But yeah, what was I saying before? With the NVMe drive I had to get to replace my boot drive, that was a quarter of my fucking checking account. Then I'll buy it over and over again until I accept. You are welcome to waste your time and money as you see fit, but that does not mean I'm going to indulge you the entire way. But yeah, I've only got one game this year with my own funds. Was it more than one? Hang on. I feel like I got something all dirt cheap too. Pico Park? I don't recognize the name, so... Not sure. Oh yes, I also got the Steam version of Nexomon Extinction. That was on sale for 90% off. I think that was only like $2. I did get that this year as well. So I got that, I got Monster Hunter Wilds, and there was a Mafia bundle on Humble Bundle, so that was, I want to say, $14. Dang, I wish I could say that that was me. Oh, you want? Well, Nexomon Extinction, it's probably going to keep going on sale for a bit because Nexomon 3 is still... I don't know if it's aiming for this year. It's definitely aiming for 2026 at the latest, from what I last read. They're going 3D as opposed to the 2D... No Wilds? Oh, okay. That's a good one, too. I've seen the base game, like, digital, go on sale for $30-40 if you're willing to risk a third-party key site. Still try to convince your friend to buy it for me. Then save the money you would have wasted on me and buy it for yourself. That seems like the simplest solution. I don't know if I trust those key sites, especially since I've heard at least one of them talks about charging for inactivity. So if you use them ever and you keep any payment details on site or like contact info, they will try to charge you if you don't continuously use them. So I don't know if I trust it. The only Humble's official. I feel like I don't need to add a caveat for Humble Bundle. They just straight up sell Steam keys. The next closest thing I could think of would be Amazon Prime. I think they give you stuff for GOG, Epic, the Amazon Game Launcher, and also Legacy Games, this a bit more jank website. They have the pack-in shovelware you would expect off of something closer to a Walmart clearance rack. Your friend got it at release for $40 with a key. I got it straight through Steam. I maybe could have taken the risk, but I didn't want to. I just got the official version straight from the shop. This is where I'm going to play it anyway. Did I post on Twitter? Is that hanging? This looks like botted activity. No, I'm just a cyborg, damn you. Something went wrong, but don't fret. Let's give it another shot. You know why it looks automated? Because I'm attempting to have a schedule. I'm failing, but I'm attempting it. You knew it, yeah. Good catch. I would have missed that. Okay, it looks like everything else is working about as well as one could hope, so let's see. It's what you're here for, and I'm grateful. I used to be the entire IT department of one of my previous jobs. And I was also the office carpenter. Don't ask how those duties got distributed. Alright. So, day one, we covered the state of Unreal, at least in so much as we cover the Witcher Tech demo. I don't know if it's worth me covering the rest of the state of Unreal. I lack that level of technical expertise as a dev, so... We did cover that. Maybe we go back to the Unreal. Maybe if we do one more day after this. Maybe. Yesterday we did day one of Summer Games Fest in all its broadest encompassing elements. And I thought that was going to be the entirety of the stream. But we also had Day of the Devs and Devolver Digital taking less than an hour and a half total. So we knocked those out too. And if you think we were going light on Devolver Digital, well... Here's the only other thing they've put out besides Ball X Pit coverage.
Good evening, I'm Stevens. In this special edition of Hard Briefs, we examine the complete debasement of video game marketing by a once great past master of the craft. Devolver Digital was once the flag bearer of independent video game publishing. Today, the company is reduced to giving away its games in a desperate bid to claw back some relevance. The evidence is evident in June's so-called Steam Next Fest, a fetid orgy of video game demonstrations for personal computers, which no one has the time to wade through. Devolver Digital is offering 5 free demonstration versions of its upcoming games, each a desperate cry for attention. Arguments are raging about how to correctly say the name of this game. Is it Ball Pit? Ball X Pit? If it's Ball Pit, why the X? While the mystery of its stupid name remains unsolved, players can at least try the game. But a word of caution. There are rumours of extreme cases of addiction at Devolver, with already Workshare employees losing days of productivity to the game. You have been warned. While most people settle for a tube of athlete's foot cream, in Mycopunk, the fungal rot is attacked with massive firepower. Many video game enthusiasts prefer sitting in darkened rooms miles apart, playing games together on the internet. Mycopunk is a shameless enabler of this troubling trend. Impressively, the game is made by...
I think the cell shading on Mycopunk might actually be looking better than the recent developments in Borderlands. That's unfortunate. Possessors we did actually get to see some of during Day of the Devs. This... Let me yell at my phone for a moment.
As far as I can tell, means melancholy, yet weirdly sexy. Uncomfortable attraction to video game characters aside, I can confirm the fighting is rambunctious. Force Strike is a video game in which you fight the same people over and over again until you get it right. A Kung Fu Groundhog Day, if you like. This may sound tedious, but there is in fact great satisfaction in learning arcane skills and beating 7 shades of shit out of roomfuls of enemies. Rumours that Jackie Chan himself consulted on the project are sadly complete nonsense. In the demo of video game Baby Steps, basement-dwelling loser Nate is unexpectedly transported outdoors. In this unfamiliar natural world, it is your
Full cop, Baby Steps is the only one that does not look entertaining to me.
Nate's struggle to simply put one foot in front of the other.
I'm not a Quap fan. I don't like getting over it with Benton Smitty.
Find this entertaining. And there it is. Quite how Devolver expects to come back from this is unclear. In the meantime,
How dare they do free demos? Don't you know you're supposed to say, those are packed in with magazine subscriptions you pay for?
farewell. My turn stops here. Choo-choo.
What is the what? You think I would have liked getting over it? Depends if it's multiplayer, it'll be fun. If they pull an Octodad with Baby Steps and make it like one person controls half the body and the other have like... I think in Octodad it could have been randomized between any of the 4 limbs. Limbs, air quotes, bundles of tentacles. Yeah, you mean no? You got your definition of fun, I got mine. Also, ball pit / ball X pit. Like, yeah, I am actually going to go harp on that one, because is it like Hunter x Hunter? Is it like Spy Family? Is the X just part of the logo, or is it actually a goddamn letter in the name? I'd hate it, you'd love it. You might be right on that one. But yeah, for anybody that thought Devolver only brought one game, they brought one new announcement. They have other games cooking, and now we have 5 demos available for the Steam Next Fest. So that is what we've got from Devolver. Now if I can just hide this window while I bring up the next conference. I did bookmark 4 potential conferences. I think we're going to do maximum of 2 today. The Xbox Games Showcase and the Future Games Showcase. We're going to start with Microsoft, though, because I already had 2 big things leaked to me via one screenshot, and I don't believe either of them. I need to see it straight from the horse's mouth. Hear it? See it? You know what? I'm putting my entire face in the horse's mouth. I need to see it, I need to hear it, I need it to reverberate in my bones via vibration, bone conduction, whatever you call that shit. And even though the video I'm about to pull up is approximately 2 hours long, the stuff we care about is only for about an hour, 10 minutes. Almost half of this video is dedicated to deep dives on 2 games that I don't know if I care about. One would be Grounded 2, which, yeah, that's a spoiler, and the other would be Outer Worlds 2, which I don't know if I liked Outer Worlds 1. I have it on PC. I could say some nice things about it. Not enough. It's one of those stepping stones that made me think Obsidian maybe shouldn't have Fallout again. Like, everybody said they wanted a New Vegas 2. Who's gonna make it? Not modern Obsidian. Have you seen Avowed? I haven't even tried playing it yet. It doesn't look fun. Ugh. So, let's get started with the Xbox conference. The usual. Yeah, Why would they dedicate so much of this to 2 games? Like, here it is. At the 1 hour, 11 minute mark, that is when they start the deep dive on 2 games. 2 Microsoft games that I don't know if I want to goddamn play. Maybe the first hour of this will do some convincing. We'll see. So, Let's begin. Opening with Outer Worlds 2, eh? A game that already confirmed that the digital version on PC is going to be a minimum $80 MSRP. Fuck 18 GTG? Well, I guess I shouldn't have opened my mouth then. Motherfucking age ratings. Look, might be out of pocket, but hear me out. This feels like if somebody made a We Happy Few mod for Starfield. You do get some points for making the villain a literal pay-to-win player. These bullets look slower than Borderlands 2, or Borderlands the pre-sequel even. Why is everything so expensive? Well, the game's talking about capitalism, so surely they have enough self-awareness to not charge $80 for the digital release, right? Right? Stomp is super effective after the enemy is used Minimize. You'd think, but they don't. Two days before Halloween, take off the mask, what do you find underneath? It's just... You opened with this, and you expect to close with it too? This is your idea of a bookmark? No wonder Microsoft had to raise the prices on their goddamn Xbox. You try to get a Series X nowadays, it's like, what, $700 fucking dollars? I didn't know anybody that was buying them when they were $5! Microsoft has some kind of desperation game in... Yeah. Let's hope you saved something bigger for this meat in the sandwich here, because the bread is moldy. Oh, that's the plan. They're not actually expecting to sell the damn game. They just want you to subscribe. Of course! What was I thinking? High on Knife? High on Life? What? This is getting a sequel? Oh boy, another FPS where Justin Roiland tries to make the same 10 minutes of jokes last for 10 hours. Joy! Really need more of that neurotic flavored Rick and Morty type of humor. It looks more graphically impressive than the first game, I'll give them that, but I see no UI. I'm not convinced this is actual gameplay. God, I'm such a hater! It's the Microsoft conference! This is where I get to let it flow! Yeah, no, not for me. I think I got High on Life 1 as part of, like, a PlayStation Plus monthly? Like, I don't remember paying for it, but I have it. They were that desperate to give the damn thing away. You're on 2 strikes right now for the start. Hang on. I'm rewinding a bit. It looks like we might have hung up on the overlay. Just double checking. Okay, are we in the clear now? Just, it seemed like the overlay was hanging for a moment. Everything looks good. Shout it out if I'm frozen. Looks fine so far? Okay. Another Diablo 4 expansion? You haven't seen any problems? It might have just been an issue on my Twitch overlay then. Your guess is as good as mine right now. No idea. Looks like the same character from that extraction shooter the other day, but in a completely different setting. It does have some appeal to it, yeah. Should have opened with this. I have no idea what it is. It's actively got me guessing. Engaged. Paying attention. Do not say this is Senua's Sacrifice 3 or whatever. No way. They would not dish the mocap actress they had for the first one. Wait. Brain. Brain, you're trying to remember something. Help me out here. This ties in with the goddamn, oh, what is it? The rat game? Really? What does this have to do with, like, pre-industrial Europe? With the Black Plague carried around by literal swarms of rodents. We got some, like, DayZ mobs levels of vermin. And I also tried connecting it to another game. I think it was Resonance, but that was an RPG back on the PS3. No. Strange choice of name, especially if you're stapling it onto a game that, as far as series go, we've only had 2 entries in it? I guess if they already had 2 entries, that's already a couple $100 million, so it's got to be a full-on internet-connected cinematic universe now. Gotta love budgets, right? Yeah. Hydrating. Another one they don't expect you to pay for. I'm not getting another subscription. I don't care who the government sends. This is one that was spoiled for me via a screenshot. And it's real, apparently. We'll see how real. You know what Xbox is going to do instead of make original hardware? They're just going to put their logo on a Republic of Gamers handheld. Who needs to try and surpass the Steam Deck? We can just brand around it. They are... You cock teases! I still haven't forgiven you. I remember the last time you showed us Silk Song. You said every game in this Xbox conference is going to be releasing within the next calendar year. 12-month cap. And you know what one game you showcased that didn't release in that window? Silk Song! You'll forgive me if I don't believe you. Again! Right? L, yeah. I'd rather have a Linux distro than Windows. Dang, relax. Were you here for me to be subtle? Oh, South of Midnight. Somebody remembered that existed other than me. And it's coming this year? I guess all they had to do was put an Xbox button on it, but still.
And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We champion...
Fair, never mind, keep going.
We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC.
I don't know how I feel about the new exec in charge of Microsoft's gaming division. Like, I know nothing about you personally, but you're not Reggie Fils-Aimé. Reggie made me feel like Nintendo of America actually gave a shit. It didn't matter if it was the wrong flavor, the wrong shape, the wrong texture. He at least gave me the illusion. And when he provided us the pack-in of Wii Sports on a Wii, like, the idea he had to fight for that. I feel like Reggie was one of those heads of gaming that you could really safely get behind. Meanwhile, hang on. Stream? Fuck. Are we still crashing? I think we are. Shit. Damn you, Twitch! Ow! Fuck my arm. Where is my goddamn overlay? Welcome back. Okay, we are back. Thank fuck. Well, that reset the timer on the Twitch side of things, so let's see if we can keep track of things again. Did I start ranting about this lady yet? Because it's not actually a problem with her, mind you, as the head of Xbox. My thing is that a lot of the console, like, big three don't have heads that are really amenable to the public. At least not in terms of, you know, players. In terms of investors, absolutely. I started, and then Microsoft decided, you know what? You're streaming on a Windows 11 machine. Maybe we just pull a plug here. Snip a cable there. We don't want you potentially insulting our new head person of Xbox. But yeah, I don't have a problem with her automatically. It's just, like, who's the new big dog at Nintendo right now? The same person who's pushing the prices of games up, who's wanting more subscription tiers, who's wanting to just price everything up and go for raw power in a console, as opposed to, I don't know, the, what do they call them? The Blue Waters approach of old Nintendo, where they would deliberately build on cheaper stuff so that they could diversify and experiment. Yeah, they're really insecure, so they had to shut me up. Well, joke's on Microsoft, because I got an Xbox gathering dust right now, so... The greed is everywhere, yeah. PlayStation seems like they are taking this approach much more gently. Like, they want to go more exploitative on the non-gaming media right now. Like, movies, music, etc. They have not gone as hard on music as they have ever since Michael Jackson, but that doesn't mean I'm going to let them forget. And Xbox seems like they're starting to migrate away from hardware, at least in-house. Like, they're just putting their logo on a Republic of Gamers console. Is there anything uniquely Xbox about it? Just branding. Old ass. Yeah, I know. I was old when this world was young. Michael Jackson did look weird to me because I was already experienced with Neanderthals and porcelain dolls. But yeah, Microsoft seems like they're getting out of the hardware market. Not all at once, but gradually. Nintendo, they are taking a very risky approach, trying to fight on the power front of their hardware, and they're also leading the raises in game prices. Like, how was the meeting with Jesus? Oh, nailed it. Sorry, he would be cross with me about saying that. Never mind. But yeah, Nintendo seems to be pushing the envelope the hardest right now. At the very least, Sony is waiting to mark up PlayStation and PlayStation games. Microsoft, they already gave into the price points, and seems like they are leaning less and less on, like... I saw a Gears of War game with PlayStation box art, and it wasn't a shitpost. It was just a sale went live notification. Gears of War remastered, again, I guess, on PS5. Microsoft are bitches. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it does seem like they are running defense. And they're talking about everything being an Xbox. They want you to jump to subscriptions rather than pay for games up front. And they're making the subscriptions even more tempting by raising the prices as aggressively as they are. Like, Outer Worlds 2 is going to be $80 digital? Outer Worlds 2? You do remember people were not exactly crazy about Outer Worlds 1, right? They're running the cash grab. It's hard for me to say to the contrary. Yeah. I feel like Microsoft is moving more like a publisher now than, like, one of the big three. Microsoft is feeling Sega-flavored, and I can defend Sega to a degree. I mean, they have Bayonetta. I have to. You can't even use your PC normally without Microsoft asking for money. You are right. Yeah. Microsoft feels like they're moving more... I already said Sega. Yeah, they're feeling more like a publisher rather than like a straight-up dev or a big three. I'm not saying they're necessarily dropping out of the console race yet, but it feels like they're taking one foot out. You're always right, no need to fight it. Well, regrettably for you, I'm a biter. I will fight back. But yeah, I have no problem with this individual for Xbox yet. I have not looked into her history as a member of any other corporations, but something does not feel genuine with Xbox right now. And considering they opened with 2 strikes and only their 3rd announcement, which was also somewhat confusing, that was a strong note. I feel like they don't know what they're doing either. Maybe I'm just not the maybe I'm not the audience for Xbox right now. We'll see. Let's let the lady talk.
Cross progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this,
And they're not making it a locked-down experience because that would require them investing software development. This is just an ROG Ally with maybe a little bit more than just the branding, but it does seem like they are taking a very light touch here. My observation.
Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact,
Lies! Deception!
playable on the Xbox Ally. We have always wanted you to have a unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises.
I feel like they have to give the impression of being generous because they are in 3rd place right now. Nintendo just launched new hardware. PlayStation is winning. If you take this down to the big 2 between PlayStation and Xbox, PlayStation is clearing them by a country mile, and Nintendo just went to the silver medal. Xbox, it's like an accessory for PC gamers right now. I'm not seeing them do anything that fancy on the console front. I'm just not seeing a reason. However, them being in 3rd place and having to re-earn our trust does mean they should be giving us something. This might be more than just the appearance of generosity. They might realize they are losing. They might not phrase it that way, but I do think they know that you missed the 360 times. Those were the days. They have to realize this is not the 360 days anymore. They lost in the Xbox One generation. And they said it themselves. That was the most important generation to keep the forefront strong. This is the generation that they had to win, and they didn't. Because in the PS4 generation, that's when everybody was building up digital libraries on consoles. Never mind digital libraries on PC. With all of the goddamn inter-platform operability now. They're talking about Steam being on the... They're not calling it the ROG Ally. They're calling it the Xbox Ally. It's still made by Republic of Gamers, right? They're going to have to push that branding something hard. Like, Xbox already had the This is an Xbox campaign, and they only pointed to their own console once. They were showing, like, here's a PC, here's a phone, here's a goddamn smart fridge for all I damn well care. And now they're trying to claw back the exclusivity appearance as they're losing exclusive franchises to PlayStation. So it's good for us when they are fighting this hard, but Xbox needs to pull out the big guns. So let's see what else they got.
To critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
The overlay is hanging again. Can anybody on Twitch say whether or not it's frozen? Fuck. God damn it. Again. They were not happy to hear... No, not even slightly. I gotta stop sassing Microsoft while I'm running on a Windows machine. Maybe I go for a Linux distro next time. I don't know. Are we back? Oh, hello. Okay, we're back. Good. Not blood. Even better. Okay. I'm just gonna wind it back a little so we don't miss anything. We need a new Reggie Fils-Aimé. We need somebody that actually makes you feel like you could run the risk of trusting a video game head of, like, even just the regional offices. Two moons, double the werewolves.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives. We should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though.
Yeah, you gotta learn about thralls the hard way.
They tried to change me into one of them.
Gone again? Motherfucker! I'll wind it back. Ah! Give me an error code. Give me something here to show why my ISP needs a goddamn pipe bomb. Explain, shitstain. Nothing looks wrong. Sounds about right. We're gonna wind it back again. We're gonna start that trailer from the top.
Steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Noisy puppies. And you know those werewolves are gonna love the double full moon. So we're almost to a Cerberus then. Werberus.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives. We should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though.
Did you become Blade or Glitter Bomb? Clarify.
A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Bot has been blocked. So the TLDR in this is we wanted to make a game with vampire powers, but we also wanted a day-night cycle rather than putting you in like permanite Gotham City style. Yeah, sure, okay. It doesn't look bad. Smash, really? Okay, whip it out, baby. Show me what you got. Show less. What? Oh. Look. I like Super Meat Boy. This is not a bad revelation, but you start with this. A big green warp pipe. For a brief moment. You can also put in some settings so the bots get immediately kicked. Yes, Fairy Smash. There are enough rumors of Xbox trying to diversify shit. And with Nintendo trying to... I have no idea what it is they think they can get away with now. Like, there's a Gears of War on PlayStation right now. For a second, I thought there was a non-0% chance that was a Mario Warp Pipe. But Super Meat Boy makes way more sense. We already had Norman Reedus with the Funky Fetus at State of Play. Now we have Dr. Fetus at Xbox. Deception check. They didn't even have anything come out of the pipe after it broke ground. And disappeared as soon as the screen turned away. The replay looks good. Ooh, and the decapitations. Okay. And it's on PlayStation and Epic and Steam. There's no reason to do this on Xbox, still.
Watch your back? Yakumo.
Ninja Gaiden?
You're a wanted criminal man.
Is this Ninja Gaiden 4 or... It looks like 4. Okay.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
Yeah, this is Ninja Gaiden, alright. I don't know how I feel about having multiple playable ninjas, and Ryu only being part of the mix. Oh, hang on. I apologize. No! I lost more! Damn you! Okay. Fuck. Bring back the main window. You gotta go now. Grab some food. Hopefully I'll see you later. And you enjoy your meal. I'll have to take care of my technical difficulties myself now. Joy! That can't end poorly whatsoever. No, that can only go well. Let's wind back the trailer while we're at it. Thank you for the head pats. I'll have to return the favor soon. You'll be lurking? Alright. Alright, let me just shuffle some stuff around here. I've only got a few bites left of this meal, so I'll put that away for now. My apologies for needing to take a phone call right there. I still have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and they think that I need to be notified of it. Basically, non-goddamn stop. Now, let's dig into this. Because Super Meat Boy, I don't know if I'm going to like that in 3D as much as I do 2D. Never mind the art direction change. I think I generally prefer 2D for platformers over 3D. But the art direction just doesn't seem as solid. It seems like it may be overly simplistic for the level of fidelity they're talking. Maybe they stylize it more, we'll see. But for now, time to get some ninjas on the screen. And by ninjas, I mean witches. I swear, I hit play, and suddenly connecting to chat came back up. It knows. It goddamn knows. Just to state the obvious, I'm using a wired Ethernet connection. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I've removed as many variables as I humanly can. It just keeps fucking with me. Over and over again. Let's see if I can get the connection to stay longer than 10 minutes. That's a good challenge, right? Ninja Witch. You're going to the Naruto School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Gotcha.
Breaking the dark dragon free has its consequences.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
This is still looking good. I don't think it needs to reinvent the wheel here. It's just more Ninja Gaiden. I wasn't crazy about 3, but 1 and 2 on the PS3? Absolutely. I need to try the remake of Ninja Gaiden 2, though. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? Still need to try that, yeah.
The dark dragon is mine.
And they're also aiming for spitting distance of Halloween, too. Everything wants to be October. Which, I hate to say this, compared to the State of Play and the Summer Games Fest Day 1, at least Xbox is releasing games this year. It's not like their favorite release date is 2026. That might as well be a favorite tagline overall for PlayStation. It's coming next year, probably. Meanwhile, Xbox is actually releasing games. I have to give them credit. Fuck. I give them credit, and now Bethesda's here, so I have to be worried. I don't know that I've actually heard that many good things about this game. But I don't read mainstream journalists. Or listen to them.
Beneath the streets of Rome.
Is it a DLC? Are you cross-releasing with PlayStation now? What's up?
Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret.
I didn't play the game. I don't know if this is in the base game or not.
The giants.
Templars! It's an Assassin's Creed crossover now! And it's also coming this year. Wow, I actually have to give Xbox props here. They're releasing multiple things this year. Meanwhile, PlayStation, what are they doing this year? Theoretically, Ghost of Yote? Everything else is 2026 or indefinite. And yeah, they got PS5 in there now, so... time will tell. Seems like Xbox is giving me more reasons to not have an Xbox. Another world premiere, eh? What are you bringing to the table? Lost Planet? No. Wild Hearts? No. Armored Core? No. I'm gonna double back to Wild Hearts, actually. You what? You what? You what? What? Why? 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 Okay, Well, I'll give you this one. I'm awake now. What? Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Let me move myself slightly more in the corner. There we go. Okay. Now. I'm sorry. What? You know what? I take it back. This frame rate, I believe it's Game Freak now. Like, this is just like somebody from Game Freak writing, right? There's no way they're actually making this in studio, in-house. Like, a Gear project? Maybe? I don't fucking know. It's Near Automata crossed with Wild Hearts, made by... Who the fuck at Game Freak can actually make this? Keep going. Oh good, tentacles. Does this mean they're reincarnating their goddamn engine development to something that could actually approach modern standards? I don't know, maybe a game could actually run at... let's be optimistic and say... the last 10 years of expectations? It can't all be Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where they just brute force the goddamn performance via a new hardware release. And it's not exclusive either. It's not like Xbox has got some kind of... What the fuck? Game Pass, Play Anywhere. It's coming to Steam and PS5. Game Freak? Hey, Game Freak, if you're going to put your name on this one, would you mind explaining to me how a game that released, let's say, 4 years earlier is considered to have a remotely tolerable art direction? The graphical fidelity of Scarlet and Violet on release. I'm not even talking animation and performance. I'm talking your goddamn texture choices in Scarlet and Violet. Would you mind explaining to me how you thought that was admissible? And this is coming out next year? Like, look at Legend ZA. Legend ZA still looks like it could be a GameCube or a Wii title. And they've also got this coming? I know it's not what Xbox wanted here. This really did get my attention. You tell me it's Wild Hearts crossed with Near Automata? I'm in. You put Game Freak on the goddamn box, however. Now I'm pissed at Game Freak instead of happy for Xbox. That is an impressive hat trick, though. I'll give them that. Okay. Show me something less aggravating. What else do you got? Oh?
Streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they suit their filth down to us. Here's the plan.
Cannot place this one for the life of me.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
Not crazy about the humans' designs, but the puppets and the animatronics? Absolutely. This seems solid. Stylization is not helping here. Not for the humans.
Lord Griswick.
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill?
We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall,
Yes, sir.
built rather slim, well muscular.
This is a good character creator. I'll give him that.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me. They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
Are you taking the piss? Or just giving it freely?
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Now, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like
Voiced pro tag?
You talk to me first, and him never.
The real test of the character creator here is, can we be one of these steampunk Cockney bots? If I can be a robot thief bastard with one of those mustaches, I'm in.
Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys.
Steampunk singularity with RPG elements. This is the best thing they've shown so far. Why were you holding it so close to the chest? Fuck!
Now I can fit it with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past. To change the future. And let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
There we go. That's what I want to see. This is the highest honor I can give you, Xbox. I want to wishlist it. Let me pull up my goddamn Steam launcher. I already have it wishlisted. When was this originally announced? First announced at an Xbox Game Showcase in 2023. Oh my... You fumbled this so damn hard. You announced it 2 years ago. I forgot entirely. I wouldn't have believed you announced this previously if I didn't already have it wishlisted. You let this thing just gather dust? This is the best thing you've shown so far. We're almost a half hour deep into your goddamn conference. That's an embarrassment. Oh, you're back. My apologies to your eardrums. Cooking, huh? And you don't even have a release year yet? Oh. Just waiting. Okay. The best thing they've shown so far. They don't even have a year on it. And I forgot they announced this previously. If I didn't have it wishlisted, I wouldn't believe it. This is the best thing they've shown so far. Compare that to, what is it called? Beast of Reincarnation. Basically, Nier Automata crossed with Wild Hearts, as far as I can tell. And it's made by fucking Game Freak? I gotta know which parts of their goddamn team are on this. Like, how much of this is Team Gear, or... What the fuck? I don't believe it. No. You're telling me... You're telling me this is coming from the same developers that made Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And you think, oh, well, that's 3 years ago. That's not fair. From Pokemon Legends ZA, it's coming out in October. Less than 5 months. I don't believe that Game Freak has a big hand in this project. It has to be branding. That or they are severely outsourced. This could have been the best thing they showed, but I saw Game Freak, I freaked out. I don't fucking believe it. It makes everything else Game Freak's worked on look worse. Exactly.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios.
Let me just wind that back a moment.
Black Ops winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6.
Call of Duty, aka we have a file size install that requires about 300 gigabytes, and we don't even include all the textures. We have to stream that. And it's always online, too. No physical release, only digital. If you bought a physical copy, it's just a code in a box.
Doom, The Dark Ages.
Arguably the weakest of the new Doom trilogy. And I'm not just zooming in on the COD piece because I'm dicking around a little. I still want to play this one. I haven't got it yet. But I feel like they might be slumming it.
Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred.
I have Vessel of Hatred, and I still haven't played it. I have not felt a reason to go back to Diablo 4. Especially when I have access to Path of Exile 2.
Blizzard, and Avowed.
Avowed! Arguably the nail in Obsidian's coffin for ever being given permission back into the Fallout franchise. Because it feels like just a goddamn inferior RPG.
Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams.
You brought out 4 blanks. Not even blanks. You brought out 4 empty bullets. Nothing will fire. Just a hammer will drop on an empty shell. That was your A game? That was your A game after Clockwork Revolution.
Teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So
Ninja Gaiden does look good, though. I'll give him that.
of course, our games will be available day one
But that's Team
on
Ninja.
Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records.
Neither of those seem good to me.
Players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having
I don't trust Obsidian right now.
from launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of the Outer Worlds.
I don't trust that either.
October. Obsidian is always delivering great games.
Always? When was the last time Obsidian delivered a game that didn't need extensive patching? Like, even Fallout New Vegas. I love Fallout New Vegas, but there's a reason I can't give it a good score if it comes down to, like, hard ratings. It needs patches. It needs mods. It needs help. Even their best games. Do you want to bring out Alpha Protocol? Alpha Protocol, when it works, is great. When it works. Obsidian didn't lose their writers and suddenly gain a QA department. They just keep going downward. It's embarrassing.
Third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our direct, but until then, let's take a look.
World premiere.
It's like Microsoft wants to make me angry. Honestly, I'm just hating everything today. You made a bad choice walking out when I was looking at Clockwork Revolution. That was glowing. Clockwork Revolution is basically... It's basically Singularity with RPG elements. Steampunk Singularity with RPG elements. That looks awesome. That's the best thing they've shown today. And the only reason I lost excitement for that one is because they left it to gather dust for 2 years. I forgot it was coming. I think they forgot they were developing it too because they still don't have an ETA. Most of what they've shown so far is releasing in 2025. They've only had a couple of things say 2026. The one game I'm most interested in right now is the one they have no ETA on. Fumble the bag harder.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast. With new flexible legs, the yoke girth action figure can ride anything.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4
Somehow still looks less plastic than your average newscaster.
left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle and Dr. Tully, when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Again.
You gotta keep them separated.
10 out of 10. I've heard good things about Grounded, but I haven't had anybody to play with, so... Maybe it'll be worth a shot. Or I should just skip straight to Grounded 2. I don't know. You volunteer as tribute. Your sacrifice has been documented. Okay, well, that's the spoiler unspoiled now, so... We're gonna have about 25 minutes of that in a later video that I'm not going to watch. Nice try, though. Give me something to work with here. Do not tell me this is something to do with Callisto. No way. A+ for effort, though. Yeah. Callisto on Earth? No. Evil Within 3? Give me something here. Kronos? Kronos the New Dawn. Let me see if we have any other info. I've had this one wishlisted for a bit, and I actually remembered wishlisting it, so they didn't let this one gather dust. It's still slated for this year. Not a bad trailer. It was better than Ill for, what was that, SGF? Yeah. You want? I can see that. It's not Dead Space 2, but I'll take it. Dead Space 2 remake, by the way. I already have Dead Space 2 original. Another Bethesda game. You better have Elder Scrolls 6 in here. God damn it, it's ESO! What does that mean? I can see that, Ayo? I don't know, because I've not heard great things about the financial windfall of Dead Space 1 remake. I would like it, though. Dead Space 2 is probably my favorite Dead Space. Like, Dead Space 1 is Alien, Dead Space 2 is Aliens, Dead Space 3 is AVP. Dead Space 1 remake, though, very solid. I need to finish my hardcore run of that, so maybe we'll see about something happening there. Maybe for Halloween, who knows? But for now, back to the reason Elder Scrolls 6 is allowed to take so goddamn long, because they got... Why? Why did you count Elder Scrolls Online as an Elder Scrolls mainline release? Fuck yeah, your food's here. Alright, eat up. I'm still not over it. Call me bitter, call me old, call me jaded, whatever you want. I'm not over it yet. The fact that Skyrim came out in 2011, and we still don't have a release window for Redfall. Hammerfall! We had Redfall! I want to forget Redfall. Fuck! Ah! The gap between Elder Scrolls 5 and Elder Scrolls 6 is probably going to be wider than the gap of Elder Scrolls 5 and the very beginning of the entire goddamn franchise. I don't want to run those numbers. You sent a pic of your food. Okay. Ooh, delectable. Gotta respect the cheese. Okay. I want Elder Scrolls 6. I want it before Skyrim Grandma dies of old age. She could make it to 100 and we still not might have Elder Scrolls 6. Ah! I can wait looking for that. I'm gonna wait a long time. You know what? I'm gonna say it. They already have Bethesda announcing stuff for the Indiana Jones game, and now we've got ESO. I don't think Bethesda's going to have 2 Elder Scrolls announcements in this conference. We're not gonna have anything for fucking Hammerfall. Nothing. Hammerfall. Just let the other shoe drop. It's way too cutesy and soft and rounded for Elder Scrolls. At least for the ES I like. Even if I was looking to play an MMO right now, if I wanted an Elder Scrolls MMO, this is not the vibe. Over 26 million payers. I don't believe that. Are you talking like lifetime? Ever? Including alts? I don't belong there. Not even slightly. You know where I belong? In a single-player offline Elder Scrolls game. Get on it! I'm sorry. ESO's been out for like a decade. Is this really their first world-changing server-wide event? Really? You released after Guild Wars 2. How are you this late to the part? You know, it's ESO. I don't have to ask. I know. Yeah, it is hydrate time because this trailer is dry. They are squeezing every drop of blood they can from the stone, and ESO still seems like it's coming up empty. Disappointing. But by all means, keep digging your own grave. Please give me something positive to latch onto. I don't have impossible standards here. Just give me something. The cockpit makes me feel alters, but it's a different person. They wouldn't add a new NPC to that concept. Oh, this is Exodus, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't think so. Bam. Look, not to put too fine a point on it, but it seems like it's just the snow levels from Uncharted 2, but you're wearing an astronaut helmet. Aphelion, okay. Do we have a Steam page? We do. Coming from the same team as Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. Okay, that's a pedigree. I was hoping for Exodus, I'm not gonna lie. But, action-packed sci-fi adventure blends exploration, traversal, and tense stealth gameplay. I don't know if that's enough to bring me in. Oh no, Thomas, a character we only saw get mogged by a red light. And it's not Xbox exclusive either, so... Yeah, they are really not giving me a good reason to see an Xbox in the future.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Connect-ass graphics. Better lighting, though.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like
Ah, yes, the powers of gun.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing. Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to.
I don't see a bee gun, though. How much Wicker Man can they do? Crazy Catman starts renovating an entire village. Also, the occult. There's a lot going on here. Visuals are primitive, but it's not bad. At least this one's not on PlayStation, but it's also on Steam, so... There are no ghosts at the Grand. Coming next year, okay. You have exactly 30 days and 30 nights to restore the crumbling edifice before it or something else claims. There's a time limit on this. It's not going to be a cozy game, then. Decorator by day, ghost hunter by night. While the daylight lasts, restore the hotel's faded grandeur by wielding friendly, talking power tools, a sandblaster, paint sprayer, furniture cannon, and daisy chain gun. When night falls, those same tools transform into weapons against the supernatural. Unleash the vacuum on vengeful spirit. This is Luigi's Mansion. It's even in a hotel. It's Luigi's Mansion 3, then, not Luigi's Mansion 1. Damn. Expose invisible assailants with the paint sprayer, or subdue slithering spooks with a well-aimed bookcase to the face using the furniture cannon. I can dig this, actually. You know what? This is the first game I'm adding to my wish list as of the start of this conference. It only took you, 40 minutes. Not a glowing endorsement, by the way. I like Luigi's Mansion. I prefer 1 over 3, but still. Great, so can do that too, later. Look, it's Luigi's Mansion with a home decorator mode. If they also add in some dress-up costume customization, it's 100% me. Archaic or not. Is this Komitsugami? Or no? Smite? What are you? Disney Mulan? The cheap powers are kind of throwing me here. Disney live-action Mulan. The original is a classic for a reason. Oh. Age of Mythology was not on my radar. Okay, you surprised me. I'll give you that one. I'm not interested enough to bookmark it, but you got me. Was that Rose Winters from RE8? No way. We already had RE9 announced. They're not going to do another Resident Evil. And this is not the right tone for it either. What are you? platforming, third-person shooter, some kind of quarantine, but not full-on post-apocalyptic at a glance. Nanotech? Zombies?
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것입니다. 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 영태.
Mudang Two Hearts. Coming next year. Okay. Let's see if we can get anything else off the Steam page or something. No, Mudang is 2 words. Or is it? There's a discussion page on Steam, but it doesn't have a page on the Steam store. I was spelling that correctly. Huh, 1 in a million. I'm gonna have to bookmark that some other way, then. I could wishlist it on the Xbox, but, that seems like it's very easy to ignore and forget. Well, if I could wishlist it on Steam, I would. That one seems interesting. I want to see more about that. You're up to 3 good ones, Xbox, maybe 4. I could take a screenshot, and then lose it. Is this some... Oh, what was that planet game? Lena? Llama? Lina? Planet Llama. I'm going with it. I've seen this before. Is this a port? A sequel? It looks better than I remember, so probably a sequel. Ooh, new transform. Okay. A small and simple game getting a deserved sequel by the looks of things. Lana! Damn it, I lost the llamas. Planet of Lana 2. Alright. If you like the first one, you get more. Mashallah indeed. And so much of everything they've shown off is Game Pass. Not literally everything, but so much. A third Bethesda announcement. If you have Elder Scrolls 6, now is the time. Fuck! Fallout 76, really? You wouldn't even let me have a second of hope. Ah.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole. Wouldn't you say?
I'm not gonna get what I want.
When it comes
No.
to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing,
Congratulations, your always online survival game just added fishing.
what do you got on there, Jed? Worms. And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations.
I'm getting cock-blocked something fierce.
As there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
For the record, I still remember when this originally released and they were talking about having no NPCs. It would be all player driven. Just for the record, like no interactable non-enemy type NPCs. Do you remember? I remember. Now apparently this game has more RPG elements than Fallout 4. But it's still always online, so I can't play it reasonably. What the fuck happened to Fallout? After New Vegas, everything is just like random shooting. No target. Just non-stop. Throw everything in every direction except for ripping off New Vegas. It fell out.
Can you smell that? No matter what
It didn't fit.
plague the
It fell off.
Appalachia,
Ooh,
you can always find
hilarious.
cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb?
Okay, stop laughing. You're welcome.
Vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
I think they forgot it was supposed to be an irradiated hellscape and not just, you know, bad porridge. Okay, Bethesda, you're 3 for 3 out of nothing I want to see. Solo leveling? What? Does this have something exclusive on Xbox, or are they just... Are they starved for games right now? Does this go on Game Pass, is what I'm asking. It could be better with co-op, but, better than what? Like, if we're talking anime hack-and-slash games, Code Vein 2 just got announced, so why is this going to be on my radar? If I'm just that big a fan of the manhwa? Really? I suppose. It's also coming this year, which gets it some points. Oh, what? Coming this year to PC, and next year to console. Why? That just means nobody's going to get it on Xbox, because they're going to go straight to the most recent version. The newest version, right as it comes out. And my overlay's crashing. Fuck! Are we stable? Are we back? Looks like we're back. Let me just make sure quickly. Gotta flip a toggle here, make sure I can see things in real time. Looks like that's about 4 or 5 seconds behind. Should still be manageable. No, it's more than that. Oh, that is quite a delay. Damn. Okay. I'm going to refresh that window again. We'll see if live actually means live. Okay, we're going to take that down. It should be 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we're live again. Fuck. Yeah, I don't see any reason you would wait for this to come to the Xbox consoles if it's going to be on Steam and Xbox PC, which the Microsoft Store. It's coming out this year. Why would you wait for it to come out on an inferior platform? If you said it was console first and then PC in 2026, that wouldn't make me more excited, but I'd at least understand it. That just seems wasteful. And it's also not going to tempt me with Code Vein 2 on the horizon. I'm going to say that. Show me something new and flashy. What do you got? Is this Infinity, Nikki? No? Foam Stars? No. It was wool, not foam. It's the sync mode from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And my Twitch overlay is crashing again. You motherfucker! I can verify it's not my own goddamn internet. This is a Twitch thing right now. Going between pages, I'm going to open this. It's instantaneous on my end. The problem is not my goddamn internet for once. It's Twitch. Or maybe OBS. Just hit a toggle real quick, make sure we're getting back to live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a little bit, but it's manageable. Why does Twitch hate me today? If Legends Arceus had a budget of more than just one ham sandwich. Pfft. Animo, okay. Next year. Let me see if it's got a Steam page. No, not at a glance. I don't need a translation. I know it means cheer up. I need the... Does it have a page anywhere? Oh, that's supposed to be 2 eyes. Not just... Okay. Still no Steam page. Well, I'm not going to bullshit you. I feel like that is the wrong vibe from me. But if you want a cutesy creature collector with surprisingly high fidelity to it, that might be your ticket. Open world creature catching RPG releases next year, and was that a price tag? No, that's a number of days for delivery. It's a digital page I'm looking at here. Why does it take 7 days to deliver a digital download? Hey, Nico, how you doing? We're over halfway through the Xbox conference now, and I think that might have to be the only conference we cover today, because my internet is garbage! Or Twitch, or OBS! Everything's breaking today! Everything! Oh, hey, we're so back. Fuck. I'm trying to cover multiple conferences every day, but if my internet... It could be my internet. It could be Twitch. It could be OBS. Whatever it is, it doesn't appear to be something I can control. Sorry. No worries, man. It's nothing on you. Why? There's no way I'm going to cover all of SGF in a reasonable time frame if this keeps happening. It doesn't seem to be my internet. I can check another browser tab right now. Fully stabilized bitrate. No issues whatsoever. OBS not having any delays in that overview. Everything that looks like it's having problems is on the Twitch side. I can't explain it. Nothing I can do to change that. All I can do is damage control. You're breaking stream with how silly you are. It's been happening for the last hour, 20 minutes. I can't blame you. I could scapegoat you, but I can't blame you reasonably. So that's a creature collecting ARPG next year, and it doesn't have a Steam page, so not exactly a vote of confidence.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love.
Tony Hawk got old. I'm more impressed with the fact he lived considering the stunts he pulled.
Support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world.
I say they share the appreciation for the OSTs more than skating, personally.
It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention.
Your subconscious silly energy is to blame, don't be fooled. If you want to take the fall, be my guest.
Enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
I'm not a big skating game guy anyway. My sister liked these games. Me, not so much. I think I have the collection for 1 and 2's remaster, but again, that was for my sister, not for me. It's a skating game. Supposedly remakes of some of the good ones. Can you switch back and forth between the visuals like the Master Chief Collection? That might sell me a little bit. And by sell me, I mean buy it for my sister as a gift. Because I don't think I would play this, personally. Oh boy, more TMNT skins. I wonder if those are going to cost as much as the Street Fighter 6 versions. Yeah, a Doom skin's not going to do it for me. I like Doom. I don't like skating games. Sorry. It's not for me.
World premiere.
Oh? Is this from, why am I blanking on the devs? Neva? Greece? Spiritfarer. Not my first guess. Okay, yeah, multiple humans on screen. Yeah, it's easier to tell it's not them now. It's got some good visual flair to it. Got the Daenerys eyebrows, so... How's the combat? Kill kind of clothes. They're getting weaponized. Alright. Dialogue choices mid-sword thrust. Be my guest, but, you're gonna have to hit a little harder than you're being like mom. At Fate's End. It sounds familiar. But they just said it's a reveal, so... Do I know these devs, maybe? Oh, it's Thunder Lotus! Oh, I know these guys from 33 Immortals. Okay. 33 Immortals, Sundered Eldritch Edition, Salting Sanctuary. Okay. Yeah. Jotun? Well, damn. I have to wishlist it. I like too many of their games. I have to. Coming next year to basically everywhere, so why get it on Xbox? It is on Game Pass, though. Okay, sure. Come on, sell me on something. This is going to be on PlayStation if it's the remake, I think it is. Gears of War, remastered. Again. But now it's on PlayStation. I cannot believe it. Now there's 2 GOWs on PlayStation now. Does this mean Xbox is going to get God of War? We're crossing the streams. This is dangerous. We're losing exclusivity. Crossplay? Good. The more of that, the better. Cross progression, too. What? God damn it, Twitch! No, it's not my internet, although it did just reset the fucking resolution on the video, so... I'll be right back. I have to unfuck this somewhat. Where did all my resolution options go? Bastard. Whore. Motherfucker. I don't want 360p, bastard. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Let's see. Let's see. We should be good. Okay, let's pick it back up. Oh, that's good shit. I was worried this was going extinct. Split screen co-op? Thank you so much. Oh, maybe Xbox isn't pretending they care. Maybe they do actually give a shit. You know, on games that are low enough performance that they can actually afford to use this feature. Oh. Thank you so much for not letting this feature die like Halo did. That's what I want to see. Yep. Just over 2 months, too. Jesus. Okay. Give it to me. What do you got? Zenless Zone Zero? No. Persona? Did we need a remake of 4? I guess it gives you some hype because you got the exclusive announcement, but, we already heard from the VAs that they weren't being brought back and there was a Persona 4 project in the works, so... Even if I wasn't 2 days late to this announcement, the wind was already out of your sails, my guy. Ah, too late. Okay, you got another shot. You got another round in the chamber. Hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me!
The Smugglers League is always there.
Is this Sea of Thieves?
You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know is if that's what we wanted.
No.
We deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the room, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows.
It is just Sea of Thieves then, right?
Advantage of others' misfortune.
A new class and a new mission type, maybe?
Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
Yeah, 17! I know Sea of Thieves has been out a while, but season 17? Motherfucker, that's like when I poke my... This is like when I get stunlocked by Overwatch 2. How many goddamn seasons do you have, and I'm still not seeing a reason to come back? Why? 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 Fuck. I don't care. If you don't have a crew to play with in multiplayer, then Sea of Thieves might as well not be a game for you. It's not for me. Oh? Duke? Sam? Give me something. Invincible? I just saw the blue and yellow. Hang on. Yeah! Is this just a beat-up Mark sim, or what do we got here? A fighting game? An RPG? Because Omni-Man's not in his usual outfit for this. It could be, like, different choices, different timeline type thing. Given the choices made by the Amazon show, though, I don't know if I trust them to make new choices. So basically, of these three, Mark is the only one with a health bar. The other two, if they get hit by a Viltrumite, done. Well, Eve has regen, but Rex? No way. That's like putting Videl against Broly in Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's not fair. Nice lip sync. Oh. This is a tag fighter? Yeah! It's a tag fighter. Maybe Omni-Man in MK1 was a precursor. I'm not solid on the visuals, but it's coming next year to a lot of different options. Another tag fighter. Not quite as interesting as Tokon Souls or whatever it was, the Marvel fighter, 4v4, but that could have my attention, yeah. Another one. Wait. Has Xbox still not gotten the remake? Or, wait, remake or rebirth? I lost count of how many Final Fantasies Xbox is missing. Finally something good. Coming this winter. Wait, remake integrated. Where's rebirth? Hang on. What? FF16? This is another Final Fantasy the FF fans keep making me want to play. I still need to finish 7. They want me to play 16 and 14. Or 14? 15? Which one's the MMO? 14's the MMO. They want me to play 15, right? Shh. shadow dropping FF16. That's some balls. Props. What are you packing, Double Fine? Okay. Banjo and Kazooie, but we trade the bear for a lighthouse. That's what I'm getting so far, not much. We'll keep it going. Maybe more cinematic and less 3D platformer. Okay. It looks nice. It looks something. Double Fine has not met my bar in over a decade, though. They have my attention. I'll give them that. But my favorite Double Fine game has to be Brutal Legend. And it's been some time. But the visuals, yeah, they're packing. I'll give them that. Keeper. And hey, look, another one they remembered to keep away from PlayStation so people might have a reason to play on Xbox. Does it have a Steam page with any more info? It does. From Lee Patty and Double Fine Production, creators of Stacking, Headlander, Rad, and Psychonauts. Keeper is a beautiful and surreal third-person atmospheric puzzle adventure, and a story told without words. Okay. I'm gonna wishlist it. Fuck it. It comes out in just over 4 months. Maybe we get more info on there that dissuades me, but right now, it's a good first impression. I'll give it to him. And it's on Game Pass. They really don't want people to actually buy the damn games. They want subscription users. Whatever.
How Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from...
Everything he just mentioned except for Forza, I would have liked to see that today. Just an FYI. But take your time. If they're good, they're good. But maybe pack a little more heat next year.
Creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into...
I don't know if I want it in 3D, but we'll see.
Bringing more of the critically acclaimed...
I'm already behind on Final Fantasies. I'm not a fan of the franchise. I keep trying them, though. Ninja Gaiden. This is looking good. But I don't see why I would get it on Xbox. The ROG Ally with an Xbox button.
Lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after
I'm not proud of
Showcase,
Obsidian recently.
Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded.
Yeah, I'm skipping that, by the way.
Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
Elder Scrolls 6 gameplay? No, that's too much. What could I actually cope for realistically?
Welcome to the guild. We have been expecting you.
I can dream of Titanfall 3, right? Is that allowed?
You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
No, I may not. Okay.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale.
Gotta watch those haptics. Red pill, red butterfly, either way it's cracked. A little bit of Inception, a little bit of Ready Player One, a little bit of Control, honestly. But, Control 3, maybe? No. Control 2's barely been teased. There's no way they'd be spinning it off this wildly. What the fuck are you? You're not Battlefield, I know that much. What?! Oh, it's just another Call of Duty. No wonder they didn't have any gameplay. It's all just cinematic bullshit. Okay, fine. I get it. There goes my last drop of hope. You fumbled the bag so damn hard, man. I don't care about Call of Duty. It's only become a punchline ever since they went off with goddamn Warzone. Like, do I need a Nicki Minaj operator? Do I need loot boxes? Do I need goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skins? I'm such a hater. I'm not even gonna try and fight it. Like, the most I've enjoyed Call of Duty was when I was doing... How many years ago was it? I had a friend of mine when I was very much younger. You know, millennia ago. I had one friend I would play co-op with. But aside from that, it's like, maybe I go through the campaign once for a big, dumb, popcorn action flick story. I'm not there for a hardcore shooter. If I expected it to be a serious FPS, I'd be playing on PC. I played Call of Duty mostly on console, and I've pretty much dropped it. I still have my old games. I haven't gone full-on burn the damn discs yet, but... yeah. all that visual potential for Call of Duty Black Ops number 7, by the way. And I think they reset the number at some point, too. So I'm just bitter and friendless? Always have been. Makes sense now. But yeah, if we're looking at this goddamn conference, let's see. They opened on Outer Worlds 2. I don't trust Obsidian to make an RPG right now. They got a whole chunk of this thing dedicated to an Outer Worlds Direct, and I'm not going to watch it. I'm just bored by the premise. I don't trust Obsidian to make an RPG right now. They just came out with Avowed. That's not an endorsement. And then after that, we have, let's see. Oh, it goes right there. High on Life 2. It's a sequel to a game I didn't really enjoy. Not just based on the combat, but based on the humor and all that. A Plague Tale Legacy. Spin-off? Cinematic universe? Has potential. I'm not wishlisting it, but I enjoyed the first game, so... Oh, then we get into them having their own hardware. Air quotes, their own handheld, which is just an ROG Ally with an Xbox button on it. The most important thing about this announcement is that they supposedly, massive grain of salt, confirmed the release date for Silksong. I don't believe you. You told me that lie once before. You told me before how Silksong was guaranteed to release inside a year. And you lied. We'll see. So maybe this could be a competitor with Steam Deck. I don't know. I haven't tried an ROG Ally. I have a Steam Deck. I have a Switch. I haven't dabbled outside of that yet. So maybe it's competitive. We'll find out. After that, we've got, let's see, Dawnwalker. It's another vampire game, which, frankly, it's not doing anything terribly unique to sell me on it. It has some visual fidelity to it, sure, but I'm not sold. Super Meat Boy 3D. I think I prefer this as a 2D platformer, but I'll give it a shot. It doesn't look as nice as the previous games, but it's a 3D versus a 2D. I would want to see how they experiment. Whoop whoop, vampires rule. I get you have to represent your team there, but let's see. Ninja Gaiden 4. This legitimately looks good. I don't know why it would sell me on an Xbox, though. It's going to be damn near everywhere. And then we have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle coming to PlayStation. And there's a DLC, too, so Indiana Jones fell off for me. This one's what fucked me up the most, actually. Game Freak making what looks like a combination of Nier Automata and Wild Hearts. I heard something about Souls-like. I don't know if I can see it in here, but I've heard something about it. And just look at this. Yeah, that frame rate is very believable for Game Freak right there. But everything else, you're telling me this has any hand that was working on the same team as Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Pokemon Legends ZA? Really? I don't believe you. They must have outsourced everything except for the publisher. It just made me mad. Like, this was one of the games that seemed like it had potential. And it's not going to be an Xbox exclusive anyway. So this just made me mad at what Game Freak has been passing off as modern games for the last When did Little Town Hero come out? I want to say that was 2018, 2017? No, it was on the Switch. Probably 2018, 2019. But Game Freak's... Any Game Freak project, gear or not, that's been experimenting outside of Pokemon, you have to go back to Harmonite or earlier to find a good gear project. Game Freak has not been hitting in years. Even in their mainline Pokemon games, unless you count Legends Arceus, you have to go back to Gen 5 on the DS for them to get a good Pokemon game. Every other good Pokemon game since then has been a spin-off from another studio. I don't trust Game Freak. I don't believe what I'm looking at here. They better tell me they outsourced 99% of the game, and then maybe I see a shred of hope. Aside from that, Game Freak's gonna put their name on this, and I can't wait to see what they reveal as Pokemon Legends ZA, coming this year. It's like, yeah, we made a game that looks like it was a downscaled Wii version, compared to this. And this is releasing next year, wearing Game Freak's fucking name. 200% bitter. 666% jaded. It looks nice. You haven't seen it? That's the damn thing. If it wasn't Game Freak, it would have my excitement. But now it just has my befuddlement and outrage. And then they follow with Clockwork Revolution, which I forgot they'd already announced previously, because they just let it fester. They pushed it aside to do other projects. And we still don't have a release window for this.
Still a hatred for Blizzard and Avowed from Xbox games.
Another Grounded game, which, if you're not doing multiplayer, I'm not seeing the appeal. This one's going to be Chronos. Has potential. I'd rather Dead Space, but I see the rationale here. At least it looks better than Callisto Protocol. And then we have ESO. Give me Elder Scrolls 6, you bastards. I hate they counted this one. I hate it. I will take time out of my day to give Elder Scrolls Online L's, just to be angry in their general direction. Aphelion. Look, I got myself a little bit too hyped up thinking this was going to be more coverage for Exodus, but it's Aphelion, it's something new, it could be interesting. Vivo, hey, nice to meet you. Thank you for the first time chat. Okay, V, I'll call you that. We're doing alright, we're just wrapping up the Microsoft conference. You're welcome to keep talking in chat, but we're going over some stuff right now, so go nuts. This one right here, There Are No Ghosts in the Grand Hotel, legitimately might be one of the best games they've shown off. It's the most tempting, at least. Why is my Twitch overlay hanging again? Fuck it, cut the resolution of the video feed. Fuck that. Okay, fine. Stream crashed again. Yeah, I see it.
Load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
Oh! V, thank you for the follow. I think we're back now. Let me just hit a toggle real quick. Make sure we're at least semi-real time. God damn it. I think we're back in real time. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. We're back in real time. V, thank you again for the follow. I'm sorry. A lot of things are broken today. Once we're done talking about the Microsoft conference, I'm going to have to call it because something is just fucked. I was going to cover the future game show as well today, but today? Fair. Okay, fair. It wasn't this bad the last 2 streams. I guess that means PlayStation wasn't willing to return fire. Jeff Keighley. CD Projekt Red. So many things. Only when I start talking shit about Microsoft do these things happen. But I'm shitting on Microsoft today. Yep. Streaming from a Windows 11 machine. They can hear me. I don't have a Kinect plugged in. But yeah, they can. Okay. Legitimately, there are no ghosts in the Grand Hotel. One of the best looking games they've shown off. One of the most tempting. I want to play this. Clockwork Revolution. There are no ghosts in the Grand Hotel. Kind of. Spirit of Reincarnation. Age of Mythology is not tempting me. Also, Hydrate, we'll get there. Mudang 2 Heart. This one doesn't have a Steam page. Otherwise, I would be racking it up. But, yeah. Okay, so we're up to like 3 or 4 games. Planet of Lana 2. I don't know if I'm that enthusiastic about the first game, but the sequel looks like it's just the same but better. More of the same, basically. Fallout 76. Not even going to pretend I care anymore. Solo Leveling. Coming out in the same window as Code Vein 2. You failed. You made a mistake. You lost. Anemo with 2 eyes. I guess if you want a super cutesy creature collector ARPG. It just seems like Infinity Nikki Pokemon. Which, hey, if you want the very cutesy end of Pokemon, this has potential. Who doesn't want that? Turn a sugar glider into a literal glider. Yeah. This one also, even though it has my curiosity, no Steam page. So I have to bookmark that and try to find a good way to track it later. Tony Hawk, I don't like skating games. Maybe I get it as a gift for my sister, but that's it. This is another one that looks very promising. Oh my god, Tony Hawk, he's still alive. And because of all the things he's put his body through, he looks approximately 70. Or like a 1980s 50, so not graceful. The tarot cards, only the guy gets an open back leotard, and he is strutting it. Look at him popping that yacht out. dialogue choices mid-combat. Honestly, you still don't even know who Tony Hawk even is, but you've heard the name so often. I am a child of the 90s. I am required to know who he is. That doesn't mean I have to espouse him like a goddamn religion. But yeah, the very concept of asking who's Tony Hawk, that's like asking, what's his name? Was it Zombieland 1 or 2? I think it was Zombieland 1. The little kid asking who's Bill Murray, and Woody Harrelson's like, I've never hit a child before. Who's Tony Hawk? You're too young. I'll probably crumble into dust before you figure it out. At Fate's End. I wishlisted this. I trust the devs. They've made good stuff before. I want to see more of this. It's a Gears of War remake. Again. But this time it's going to PlayStation. But, look. As much shit as I could talk about this one, cross-play, cross-progression, 120 FPS in multiplayer, and let me see if I can find the exact screen for it. That right there! Halo can't even do this anymore. Halo, the last 3 Halos launched without couch co-op. I couldn't even tell you if Infinity got it in an update yet. I didn't go back. What was the point? I wanted to do split-screen co-op for Halo Infinity. That was what I wanted. And they promised they weren't going to launch yet another Halo without couch co-op. And they lied. Microsoft lied about Halo 3 Halos in a row. I don't trust whatever comes out of Halo now. Because we can't make original games anymore. Yeah, a remake of a remake, a remaster of a remaster. It's like, I think it was the 2016 Ratchet & Clank. The game based off the movie, based off the game, based off my life. Everything is just a copy of a copy of a copy. But enough about Fight Club. Let's look at these meatheads again. If I need another brain-dead, like, just popcorn flick of a game, yeah. I can see myself going back to this. I don't know what I would be willing to pay for, considering I already own Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 1 Remastered, but maybe in a bargain bin, maybe if they offer a free upgrade path or any kind of upgrade path, I don't know. Don't? I'm allowed to like dumb meathead games. Have you met me? My brain is just sirloin. Actually, no, it's too fatty to be sirloin. My brain is meat. I'm allowed to be a meathead once in a while. They're remaking Persona 4. I don't know why. And they're not bringing back any of the classic VA talent. Obviously, but come on. Look, I'm not getting it day one or anything. I see no reason to support it. But I gotta give them props for, at the very least, they still have split-screen co-op. There's more out there to spend money on. Absolutely. I'm not getting it right away. I don't know if I'm getting it at all. But I do have to give them props. Split-screen co-op is going fucking extinct. And the idea that Microsoft is the only one of the big three to keep it? Like, what Nintendo games have split-screen co-op anymore? Is it in the new Mario Kart? I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last PlayStation game that had it. Like, first-party PlayStation game. Gears of War is an Xbox game. For the time being. Because now they're putting it on PlayStation 2, but I have been saying so much hateful shit today. You're going to question the one time I'm giving a compliment? The audacity! Alright, you get it. It's Persona 4 Remake. I don't know why. We already have Persona 4 Gold Edition, and you get gold even on the Vita. I still have my physical cartridge for that, so yeah. They're remaking Persona 4, and they're not bringing back any of the OG voice actors, so I don't know if I trust them to redo this without changing stuff that doesn't need to be changed. Exactly, the compliment is odd in the middle of all that hate. I am trying to be fair. I am not just hating for the sake of hate. I am getting across my thoughts as accurately as I can communicate them. Maybe I'm just a hateful bastard. Because of the strike, or... No, even without the strike, they were talking about not bringing back Yuri Lowenthal, and I think they had at least one or two other voice actors talk about it. And these voice actors were talking about the project even before Microsoft announced this, so it's not quite a world premiere. With me, who knows I am a hater at heart, it's what I'm good at. Nobody comes to me for compliments. Nobody comes to me for emotional gratification, validation, warmth, personability. No. You come to me because you want me to fire off a shot. Just one red-hot shot for Furiosa. They can't do that. It seems like they already did. They got far enough that they could sell a time slot for goddamn Microsoft, so... Looks like they're gonna. Persona 4 Revival. I don't know if I care. It just seems weird. Sea of Thieves getting a new character and a new mission type mode. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Who says I'm good at it? I just do it. Shut up, Italian. You're gonna put pineapple on pizza and break spaghetti. It's not even the fact that you're putting pineapple on pizza that annoys me. I hate pineapple. Period. Terrible fruit. So yeah, Sea of Thieves, I don't care. I don't see any reason to care unless you have a group to play with. An Invincible Tag Fighter 3v3 after Marvel announced their 4v4, so unfortunately you're a little late to the potential hype. Why would I eat loads of pineapple? I hate pineapple. It is an abomination. A monstrous, inhumane, disgusting thing. I have a list of the top 10 things I hate in life. Pineapple is first and third place. I refuse to make it the top 3 in total because I don't want to sweep the goddamn medals. To smell better, obviously, I don't have a sense of smell. You know what they say. I haven't been on a date in 7 years. Maybe 8. I know what they say. It doesn't matter. What do you think? I'm going to get a silly straw and slurp it myself? No. But other people do? That's a them problem. I don't leave the house. I don't go anywhere. Human interaction for me is a minimum thing. Although, for the next month or two, it might actually have to increase. So. That's because I don't eat pineapple and they all run away. Fine, more pineapple for them. It is a spiky status symbol from goddamn antiquity. We can't even agree on the goddamn name of the fruit. Everywhere else on the planet, Adanya. English, pineapple. Why? Fuck you, that's why. Does it come from a pine-based forest? Does it have a taste anywhere remotely analogous to an apple? Does it look like either of those? No. Pineapple used to be so goddamn treasured as a status symbol that you wouldn't even eat them. Motherfuckers in, like, I don't know, 1800s, England, maybe even 1700s, I remember 1800s, they would rent a pineapple for display. You wouldn't eat it. You just, You agree, but your point still stands? No, I'm not done hating pineapples yet. They are an acidic bastardization of a fruit. You eat them, they try to counter your own stomach acids. They eat you back. I say this as somebody with a spice palate that is borderline flamethrower. I obviously like weaponized foods, but why would I eat something that, on pure acidic contents, tries to eat me back? I refuse. And even then, even if I could ignore the appearance, I could ignore the history with classism and shit, I could ignore the trade, I could ignore the linguistics, even if I ignore everything else, you know what? I don't like the taste. I lost my sense of taste, and I still remember hating the goddamn taste. Didn't matter if it was fresh, didn't matter if it was dried. I wanted that shit out of my mouth yesterday. I hate it. Hate it. Yeah. Okay, pineapple sucks ass. What about melons, though? Melons are good, right? I haven't had melons in years. The only melon I've had in the last, 6 years would probably be watermelon. I kind of dropped all the fruit in my diet for vegetables. I miss bananas. Don't say anything wrong. I don't think I did. Just neglecting the fruit side of my diet. I'm fruity enough without eating. Melons are amazing. You have them then. Gay ass. It's Pride Month, baby. You know what that means? No? No? You want us to, eat with a rainbow flag? I don't know. So few companies put rainbows on their goddamn logos this year, by the way. It's starting to stand out. Ah, well. Meanwhile, Blizzard did Pride merch for goddamn, was it Diablo, World of Warcraft? They did Pride merch, but instead of using a Pride flag, they just used the trans flag. I'm sorry, did we only have one letter in LGBT this year? All thanks to my country. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, trolling I see. Land where Pride Month died. You can yell shut up all you damn well please. It's too late. We have sunk our claws into the planet far and wide. The only pride here is American pride. Okay, that's enough trolling. Let's see. We got 2 Final Fantasies coming to Xbox. FF7 Remake is coming. FF16 is already here. Then we got the Double Fine game with the Lighthouse. Keeper. It looks like a keeper, honestly. Shut up or I'm not getting another sub. Okay. And then the last thing they showed off, all this futuristic cybernetic potential, and they're whiffing it on Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I lost count. Didn't they reboot the number for Black Ops at some point? Doesn't this mean this like Black Ops 10? Black Ops 11? Did they go to the Nomura School of Counting? Ah. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 past prologue levels of goddamn counting. Yeah. And that was everything they had to show off at the Xbox conference. Credit where it's due. They had like 6-7 games I was interested in. To varying degrees, but still. Ghost is hot. Well, I guess after they killed him, he could have been cremated. Yeah. I already have this video preview at 360p to make sure it doesn't make my stream any more likely to crash. Let me just get that out of the way. Slay? Okay. I guess we're not talking Doomslayer then, because he's kind of busy in Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Remastered. Well, here's the thing. I wanted to also do the Future Game Showcase today, but if my internet is hot garbage, stop talking about stream not crashing, and gotta go. I hope you have a good one, because I think we're wrapping things up now. I don't want to gamble on things breaking again. I would have to bring up another conference video for reference, and the Future Game Showcase is at least an hour and a half. We're going to have to do that one another day. I still want to do the Future Game Showcase. I want to do the PC Gaming Showcase. And time permitting, if either one of those lets me run on a little, maybe we go back to the State of Unreal. So. We can move this from pending to done. The State of Unreal, the rest of it, we already covered The Witcher, which was the highlight, so maybe, time permitting, maybe. IGN Live, I tried looking up if there was a supercut of this. It's 18 goddamn hours between the 2 days of IGN Live. We're not doing that. IO Interactive Showcase, no. Wholesome Direct Showcase, no. Women-led Game Showcase, Women Aren't Real, Latin American Game Showcase, they're busy in California right now, Southeast Asian Game Showcase, we already have Japan, and South Korea, and China. I don't know what they had that was unique. Maybe I could look up individual trailers. I'm not watching another showcase. Green Game Showcase, AWS proves that's a lie, no. Frosty Games Showfest, no. Death Stranding 2 game premiere, another showcase just for one single game. If I'm not watching The Outer Worlds 2 or Grounded 2 Directs, I'm not going to watch that. And the Black Voices in Gaming Showcase. I already burned my best joke on that last night, so no. Black Voices in Gaming? Okay. Where are the cyan voices in gaming? Where are the magenta voices in gaming? Where are the yellow voices in gaming? Oh, here. That's all I've got. Oh, I guess while we're here, I should also pull up this. We were talking about the real-time face tracking. And this will give you the side-by-side of it, so let me crank the resolution on that. It only goes to 1080p, not 4K. Text you when I have time for repo. Absolutely. So, I was primarily pulling this up for more, but it's on the list. I'll showcase it now. We were talking about the showcase at SGF Day 1 with the face tracking and the potential for 3D tracking with VTubers. This seemed very impressive, I want to say 3 years ago? No, 7 years ago. Fuck. Short-term memory is an illusion.
Tomorrow creeps in this maze. From day to day, to the last syllable.
Don't I have that one on my wish list?
And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death.
Which one? The idea that they're not only able to make a photorealistic Andy Serkis on the left, but they're able to immediately translate it to an alien species on the right while he's quoting goddamn Shakespeare. Fucking phenomenal face tracking. And this being the State of Unreal 7 years ago.
Brief candle.
Fucking exquisite. I guess if it took 7 years to add hand tracking, then yeah, I believe it.
And fury.
Yeah, Unreal has made some headway. And even then, like, that is still impressive. Now, 7 years later, they're showing the real-time 3D full body tracking, or at the very least upper body tracking, with full face, arms, in a 3D space. No tracking objects whatsoever. Maybe I do have to check the state of Unreal. Maybe. But for now, I think we are going to call it for today. We are going to be covering 2, maybe 3 more conferences. I want to do the Future Game Showcase and the PC Gaming Show. As far as what we're doing today, however, concerns, we've had too many connection issues. I need to see if there's anything I can do to improve stability for next time. But I hope you enjoyed going over the Microsoft conference, and please acknowledge the fact that I did enjoy certain elements of it. It was not just me hating to hate. I'm not a console fanboy. I have a PlayStation, I have an Xbox, I have a Switch. I play games wherever they are. It's that simple. But where games aren't right now is this window, because we're going to have to call it. Next time I am back, it might be tomorrow for a brief Pokemon raid in Scarlet and Violet. I've tested out the builds for Porygon 2. We can showcase those. It's a little early for it. The raid doesn't end until the 15th, but if I stream tomorrow, it's going to be a short one. I have doctor's appointments and a family thing. Next stream on Thursday, however, that one we're just going to be straight up gaming again. I got to do some Monster Hunter. I need some of that injected into my veins. It's been too long. Less than a week? Yes, still too long, so. Next stream, possibly 2 streams, are going to be gameplay, and then we will wrap up the reacting on the Summer Games Fest within 2 streams or less. So, time will tell. And you know what time is telling you? Time to punch out. Later!